In today's episode, Amy asks, I saw this cool setup you were using at the Marketing Profs conference. Would you mind sharing what hardware and software you used? I'm in the event space and trying to do more independent recordings like this. Great question. So Amy's referring to the fact that unless explicitly forbidden, I tend to record all of my keynote talks because A, I want to know how I sound and if I said anything that was useful, and B, because in a lot of cases, I want to be able to produce the content and distribute it very, very quickly. Typically, when I do my own video, I will have the video edited and available within 24 hours of the event. So one of those things where it's helpful to the attendees. If they wanted to remember something or they couldn't remember exactly what I said, hey, here's the video, here's the audio, etc. So let me describe some of the equipment that I use to do this and some of the software. And there's a separate video that I have. It's up on the Trust Insights YouTube channel of how I do the actual editing process, but I can describe some of it here. So first, let's talk about the hardware. This little contraption here is a 3-part tripod, and it's 2 pieces. The clamp is by Square Jellyfish. By the way, all the technology pieces are links in the blog post. So check the show notes to get to the actual URLs for all these pieces. They are affiliate links on Amazon, so full disclosure. So there's the smartphone tripod mount. I love this mount because it rotates. It can either do portrait or landscape mode for your phone. I don't know why anyone would ever record themselves in portrait, but if you want to do video chat or something that's useful, and it's just got the expandable clamp, so it can take up to a gigantic phone. This is a mount by UltraPod. This is the UltraPod 2. I used to use the GorillaPod style mounts, but the legs keep breaking on me. So this one's handy. You can either go tabletop, or I'll fold it up and I can take the Velcro and just sort of strap it to a pole, and then adjust the head so that it's in the correct orientation. I do this a lot with lighting poles. So if there's an event that has lighting of some kind, just strap it to the pole, clamp it down, and it's ready to go. And of course, the smartphone goes in here. Now, the video and the audio are separate, so I don't try and do the audio on the same thing. What I do next is I will take, I have a Tascam DR05, which is a very nice audio recorder. The mic goes right in the top here. And then I have the KimaFun, the head-worn headset, which is a wireless thing. So there's this piece down here, there's this piece over here. Has about a range of 10-ish feet, I think, give or take. And so it's not bad for that. What I do with that is very straightforward. I take I put the KimaFun on the podium usually, or the lectern, or whatever's nearby, and then I will record the audio from that on this here, and this gives me either MP3 or WAV format. Typically for voice, you can store an MP3 format. I know that if you were doing something high fidelity like singing or music, you would definitely want to record in WAV, but for voice, it's fine. One other thing I'll do is I'll take a power pack. You know those little these little ribbon thingies that people give away at conferences and trade shows? These are fun because I stick on the back of the power pack. This typically I will put on the band of the tripod. Right, so I'll weave this through here, and this way I can plug in my power cable right to the smartphone, the phone mount, and that way I don't have to worry about the phone running out of battery while it's doing recordings. One critical thing, at least for iPhones, I don't know about Android, make sure it's in airplane mode when you're recording video. I have had unfortunate cases in the past where I've been recording video and it went, a call came in or something, and it interrupts the app, it interrupts the video app. I don't know why Apple doesn't fix that, but so be it. So those are the major hardware pieces. Remember, audio and video are separate. The audio is at the podium. The video is typically in the back of the room. I'll try to put it as far back as I can because you want to capture the audience if you can, at least as a speaker, so you can see their reactions. Like if everyone's like on their phone playing games or whatever, like, okay, clearly no one's paying attention to this part. Need to rewrite that part of the speech. Now the editing process. The audio comes in from the Tascam. take that into Audacity. I like the Audacity editor because, frankly, it's free, and it's really, really good. Now, if you are already paying, especially if you're at an institution, an organization, if you're already paying for Adobe Creative Cloud, then use Adobe Audition to do the audio editing because, well, you're paying for it, you may as well use it. The things to do there are trim it, normalize it, because you can get some interesting effects, and you want to do dynamic compression on the audio. So, like right now, what we're doing here, because I'm speaking in a relatively narrow band of audio, meaning I'm not yelling and I'm not whispering, I can just do your typical leveling. But you want to do normalization if you're doing public speaking, because as a public speaker, you'll have a lot more variance in how loud you are, and so you want to normalize that. Then make a wave file of that. Put it into Camtasia. Put your video into Camtasia, and then you line up the audio and the video together so that they are in sync. They're not ahead or behind each other. This gives you one additional benefit, at least as a speaker, and it gives you the house. And by that I mean house noise, because the phone's in the back of the room, so the phone is going to pick up some of the reverb, right? So you'll want to do a little bit of ducking in Camtasia to reduce that. But for things like Q&A from the audience, and especially as a speaker and as an events manager, if Amy, if you're producing audio for events, you want applause, right? You want the sounds of the event, the people cheering or laughing along the lines, and the head-worn mic does a really good job of getting rid of the surrounding noise. So you want to bring some of that back in when you are doing the editing together, and that's what the phone's audio is going to give you. It gives you the ability to bring in and out the house sounds as you need them, and then I'll take that WAV file typically, and also, or I'll take the Camtasia Ed video once it's done, and then I'll feed it to a free tool called FFmpeg. It is a command line tool. It is a technical tool. There is no user interface. You have to type commands into the command line, but it is a very, very powerful tool for converting one type of media to another. And what I will do is I'll take the final video file and I will have that turned into an MP3 that then becomes either a podcast episode, or I will send it to an app called Otter, O-T-T-E-R, otter.ai, that will do machine learning transcription of the audio. So for the event, I'll take the transcript, I'll take the audio and turn it into a transcript, and that way you can see the video, you can download the audio if you want to listen to it in the car, you can get the slides as a PDF, but you can also get the transcript of the talk as a PDF. Now, if you are running an events company, you will want to polish it up because it comes out very much as is. For a speaker, you can probably get away with either, depending on how much time you have and if you have a VA or not. But I really like that because it gives everybody your talks in the format that they're most comfortable consuming. Some people like to listen, some people like to watch, some people like to read. So that's sort of the process for turning a talk into lots of different media and for giving it to people in the format that they want. All of this hardware probably, after all is said and done, probably about $200 total, except for the phone. You pay whatever you pay for the phone. This guy, I think, is like $25. The headset's $50. This guy is $70. Trying to think if there's anything else. That's about it. Camtasia is a couple $100, I believe. But you don't need to use it. You could use like iMovie or Windows Movie Maker. I personally wouldn't, but I like Camtasia because it can also do like picture-in-picture and diagrams. If I some talks, if the video isn't great, I will like show the slides. I'll have the slides be in either picture-in-picture or whatever if I want the talk to be like really, really well professionally edited, or if I can't see the screen in the video I captured. So that's the process. Watch the other video and check out the links in the show notes if you want to get any of this equipment. Again, disclosure, there are affiliate links in it. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to the YouTube channel and the newsletter. I'll talk to you soon. Want help solving your company's data, analytics, and digital marketing problems? Visit trustinsights.ai today and let us know how we can help you.